We're done with over number one, where Park Cricket Foundation has only managed to score one run on the board. It was a wonderful over by Shweta S, just conceded one. Excellent line and length first F. Good start to the proceedings. Natasha will be starting with the new ball from the other end. It's a good delivery. Tried to drive through the offside, but a thickish inside edge has allowed to complete that single. Mridula is straight away off the mark. Gives the strike back to Mintra, who's played a good knock yesterday. Natasha swinging it in. That's a huge appeal, but probably would have been missing leg stick by a fair margin. Great start. Great start to the bowling, and they look fresh. They look really good in the morning. Using the conditions really well early morning. The ball would definitely swing. Never easy for any batter out there. Just like that. Testing conditions, and these new ball conditions would definitely be tough on the batter. No doubt about that. So the Spark Cricket Foundation can actually take their time to build on an innings rather than just trying to hit go from ball number one. They could actually try to build on an innings, try to build on some momentum. This over has been really good. Just that one run off the bye. Other than that, played it away nicely, played it away in the gap as well. Work for the fielder who eventually cuts it off. Mintra has taken 2 runs there off the mark. Last ball of the second over. Mintra on strike, tries to play through the covers. That's a huge appeal. A big appeal. But the umpire was not interested at all. That marks the end of over number 2. Spark Cricket Foundation 4 for none. Sweta, who bowled a brilliant first over, has been brought for her second. So she bowls outside the stump, beats the batter for pace there. That's good bowling. Good shape first off. Not giving any width to the batter to free her arms. Bowling in that tight fourth or fifth stump area. That's a good delivery. Played very well played on the odd side. Completes that single. Very well played towards the third man reach it. And the single is completed quite easily in the air. That was an attempted slower delivery, a huge appeal. But the umpire is not interested. Could have been missing the off stick. Very good distance, but that was a big appeal from the bowler and the wicket keeper. Another good over from Shweta. She has only conceded two so far. That's bowled towards the leg side. Worked for the fine leg fielder who cuts it off. Last ball of the third over. Shweta to Mindra K. Beaten for pace there. That was a surprise bounce onto the pitch. That marks the end of over number 3. The score is 7 for none. Madasha into her second over. Beautifully worked towards the fine leg region for a quick single. They won't be minding the scorecard at the moment because it's really important to warn out the new ball. Bowling conditions are always tough on the batter, so it's really important that they could come off to a solid start, lay a foundation to their innings, rather than trying fancy shots early on. And once they get settled in, once they build a momentum in their innings, they could definitely try and play some aggressive cricketless shots towards the later half of the innings. Driven through the covers. Excellent work there by the fielder. Fast bowlers doing the job. Bowling really well, bowling at tight areas. Full trot. Again, that's a good looking shot, but had hit straight to the fielder. Beaten for pace there. That marks the end of over number 4 as well. Score is 9 for none. For the first time today, we are seeing a change in bowling. A new bowler being introduced into the attack. Off spin bowler for the first time today. Interesting decision there by the captain to bring on a spinner early morning. She could be bowling really quick outside the off and might also try to move it away from the right hander rather than just bringing it back in. Yeah, just like that. Bowls it flatter, quicker. Good work by the fielder. That's what I was talking about. She might be trying to bowl it outside the off stump, and the batter needs to be careful there because that will definitely be the delivery that comes back in rather than going on with the angle. It's very well executed. Good field placement as well, because whenever the batters are looking for an aggressive shot, whenever they're looking for that boundary option, we can see a fielder running towards the ball. Yalini M plays it straight towards mid wicket. Dot balls. Toast up delivery. Should have played that in the front foot rather than going in the back. Had ample time to convert that. It's an over pitch delivery, but the change of pace might have been the reason that deceived the batter. Again, trying to work it through the covers, and that's a wicket. Soft dismissal that. First wicket goes down, and Yalini has produced a breakthrough. Mridula, after giving a start, is now taking a walk back to the pavilion. She departs for four. Mahalakshmi Satir is the new batter again, coming with quite the experience. So she would be asked to produce a good job today because they have got one of their lead batters back in the dugout. This change has worked for the captain. She has produced a prize wicket in her very first over. So this match has been in the favor of the bowling side so far. Marking a guard is Mahalakshmi Satyat, and the right-handed top-order batter who has plenty of experience in her back. Bowls a good ball to end the over. Just that one run coming off that first over. After 5, the score is 10 for 1. Fast bowler continuing from the other end. It's the last over of the power play. Spark Foundation doesn't have the luxury of a huge total on board. They're definitely on the back seat with 10 for 1. Natasha has started well. 2 overs, 3 for none. And now bowls a wide delivery against all her experience and class. For the first time, we are seeing an extra today. So far, it has been the disciplined and aggressive bowling attack displayed. Again, that tight fifth stem mark were batters are not able to convert any runs there. Good bowling by Natasha. She's building pressure from one end, which definitely makes it easier for Yaldi at the other end to pick up wickets. Way outside the off stem, and that could be the second wide of the over and the innings. Tired leg out by Natasha has bowled 2 overs consecutively. Now it's her third over, so she would be a little bit tired perhaps. Again, trying to work it through the covers. Not a bad work behind the stem. She has been good, standing up to the wicket and doing a good job. Except those wide deliveries, nothing have come off the bat, so it has been a good over. Last over of the power play. After this, fielding restrictions would be taken off. Just one ball left in the power play. Only 2 runs have come off this over. Has been a good one from Natasha, building pressure. Indra, who has faced 70 deliveries so far, has only managed to score 4 runs. That's not acceptable. Once you're bowling well, you just need to maintain the rhythm. Doesn't need to try a lot of different things, but Natasha trying something the other way, and so far it hasn't worked for her. Fourth wide of the over. Bowls it outside the off stump. Batter decides to let it go. That marks the end of power play. Power play number 1 done and dusted. 14 for 1, the Spark Cricket Foundation. Yalini, who started up picking a wicket, has been asked to bowl her second over now. His confidence would be sky high, and now with that extra freedom as the field is spread out, she would be trying. There was a chance there. Wicket keeper could have done better. That could have been the second wicket of the day, and second for Yalini as well. Mahalakshmi really got stuck in her ground. Was unaware whether to go in front or back. Not the best shot selection. Another dot ball. Three back-to-back dot balls for Yalini in this over. Well, we can't see any positive intent from the batter to rotate the strike. She's looking for some aggressive cricket shots. Yet to get off the mark, Mahalakshmi has faced four balls all right. Needs to find a way to rotate the strike just like that. Doesn't need to do a lot of things out there. Just need to rotate the strike and keep the scorecard ticking. Because the power play is done, they only have 14 on board. So it's really up to these two to build a momentum and rotate the strike. Even if they're not looking for boundaries, it becomes important that they keep on the scorecard moving. Shots like this won't definitely help. Mindra has already taken ample time out there in the center, faced 19 deliveries. Now it's high time for her to make up for all those dot balls. Last ball of the 7th toast-up delivery. Couldn't get enough connection. Just place it towards the fielder. That marks the end of over number 7. The Spark Cricket Foundation are 15 for 1. Second bowling change. Another fast bowler, Kavya, being brought into it. No ball to start the proceedings. That's a good delivery. That's the idea behind bowling around the wicket. First two deliveries, she was not able to capitalize. Now it's really important for Mindra to keep the scorecard moving. That's another no ball. Third one for the over. Turning out to be a bizarre over from Kavya. Would be another free hit for Mindra, from whom we haven't seen a positive intent so far. Has been a really slow start for her. 4 of 23. Swing and a miss. Really stuck in the ground, the feet not moving. It's not the best shots of selection. Runs are only coming in the form of extras at the moment. We haven't seen batter looking for a boundary option or just trying to keep the scorecard moving. So that's definitely a worrying sign for Spark Cricket Foundation. Again, bowls one outside the off step. Decides to let it go. Not even trying to take that single. This will definitely put a lot of pressure on the non-strike batter as well. Runs in the form of extras. Only in the form of extras. Adds one more to the white tally. Long over this from Kavya is high runs conceded. Scorecard is 21 for 1 after 7.5. Ends the over, and that could have been a wicket. But the umpire called it as a no ball. That's the fifth one of the over. Again, that's a worrying side for bowler. That could have been the second wicket of the day. But a no ball has given a life for the batter. Works it on the outside for a single. Marks the end of over number 8. The Spark Cricket Foundation at 23 for 1. Yalini would be bowling her third over here. At the moment, runs are only coming in the form of extras. At one end, Mahalakshmi is trying to rotate the strike, but Mindra is playing too many dot balls. Takes a single there. Good Indian shown by these two batters from this particular over. Because they have understood they don't have enough runs on the board and they need to try something to keep the scorecard moving. They just can't be batting around, playing too many dot balls. Good delivery, good change of pace by Yalini, who has bowled really well today. Has been economical, has picked up a wicket. Decides to let it go, Mahalakshmi. Now, this is not the best cricket display out there by the Spark Cricket Foundation. That means even if they go and take 90 odd runs in the last 10 11 overs, still they could be low. And from now on, it definitely seems too difficult to get 90 runs against a bowling attack like this. Marks the end of over number 9. Score is 25 for 1. The left arm fast bowler has been immediately taken off the attack because she has conceded too many extras in her first over, never looked in control. And that has paved way for Jaini, another fast bowler. Starts off with a loosener, a poor delivery. to kickstart her proceeding. Again, not enough pace on the board. Trying to work it late. JNES hasn't started the over in the most convenient fashion. And now it is the time for these two, Mintra and Mahalakshmi, to up their game and produce some runs on the board, because they have been simply hanging around for a lot of time and hasn't produced enough runs on the board. So once you're playing a T20 game, the team is 27 for 1 after 9 overs, is definitely below par. Could be another extra for the over, or that could have come off the bat. Yeah, that's off the bat. Now signal from the umpire. It confirms the run goes to the batter. The scorecard is definitely a worrying sign. Both of them going really, really slow at the moment. Again, that's a huge call, a huge appeal. But it could be missing. Off stump. Good comeback this by Jaini. She has conceded a few extras, alright. And now has started to bowl well. The ball ever so slightly angling back into the right hander. Getting some late assistance from the surface. Again towards the pad. Work for the fielder who cuts it off. Scorecard has kept on moving in this over. So that's definitely a good sign for the batter. Mintra would be facing the last ball of the 10th over. Tries to work it. Couldn't get the connection and adds one more run in the form of wides. Extras. Trying to work it towards the offside. Couldn't get the best of connections there. Just that one run taken in the end. That marks the end of over number 10. The score moves on to 33 for 1.
MIET கல்வி நிறுவனங்கள் திருச்சி தரமான உணவகமும் உடலையும் மனதையும் திடப்படுத்தும் விளையாட்டு பயிற்சிகளும் அனுபவம் வாய்ந்த வல்லுநர்களின் வழிகாட்டலின்படி மாணவர்களின் சிறப்பான எதிர்காலத்திற்கு MIET கல்வி நிறுவனங்கள் திருச்சி.
And we are back after the drinks break. Score is on the lower half of the tables, 33 for 1. And now we can see a left arm spinner introduced for the first time today. She will be coming diagonal round the wicket and would be bowling to Mindra, who is a set batter, who has faced more than half of the deliveries. Now plays one straight down the ground, and that could be the first boundary of the day. That's played really well by Mintra, and now she looks aggressive. She could have received a message from the dressing room and the support staff that she needs to keep moving. She has taken 31 deliveries and now needs to get on. There was a good looking shot there. Just had to get a good connection and she made it. And now she has taken the single. Gives strike to Mahalakshmi. So good over this for the batting team. Spark Cricket Foundation. 5 runs have come off the first 2 balls. So they would be trying to make it a big over. Again, that's a toast-up delivery. Very well worked on the onside for a single. Monisha has been giving a lot of air for the batter. It's understandable if she bowls slightly quicker, because deliveries like this are like more than freebies for the batter there. Yeah, just like that. Much better from Monisha. And that could be a wicket. Yes, that's a direct hit. Bullseye from the fielder. And Mintra would be really disappointed. Second wicket goes down in the form of a run out. Good work by the covers fielder. That was a direct hit. And that fielding effort has delivered with a wicket. "39 for 2". Second wicket goes down. Post up. Again, that somehow hit on the bat, but that was a wide delivery. In fact, it was drifting down the leg side. Expensive over this from Monisha. 8 runs conceded. Bowls a loosener to Mindra K. Tagavi are the new batter. 9 runs so far. That was the ball that came back in. That was a good delivery. And there was a chance as well. And if the wicket keeper could have done a better job, it could have been the third wicket. 10 runs came off that over. After 11 overs, score moves on to 43. 43 for 2. Definitely a well below par total. Mindra, who has been there for a while, now needs to play much more responsible innings. She can't be wasting any more time in the center. Again, that's a dot ball. That's not going to help. Trying to work on the onside. Another quick single. Direct hit. Again, the batter would have been in trouble. Has to be careful about these kind of things because we have already seen a run out today. So, as a batting unit, that's the least thing you want to see. Getting run out. Never looked comfortable out there. Played it off balance. Struggling. Mindra is straight away struggling in the center. Albertin has bowled a decent enough over. Has now got one back where she was not able to put her hand onto it. Gives one more runs. Can't really understand the game plan behind the Spark Cricket Foundation at the moment because they need to keep moving. They're going at a really slow rate and you're not seeing any boundaries, you're not seeing any positive intent. Runs are mostly coming in the form of extras, nothing more than that. The bowlers have been kind enough to give some wide deliveries here and there, but other than that, we haven't seen a positive application or a positive intent from the batting side. Spark Cricket Foundation. That should be the last ball of the 12th. Tries to work it on the onside, tries to work it towards the mid wicket region, but that's called as a no ball, overways no ball. I don't remember the last time when a spinner bowled an overways no ball, so that's not something we see often. All eyes on Ragavi here on how she manages to capitalize. Plays it straight down the ground. That's a wonderful looking shot. Work for the fielder who cuts it off eventually. And that's a boundary. A good sportsmanship shown by those fielders. And all of a sudden, when you got that free hit, Ragavi looked like a completely different batter. So that's the kind of intent you would expect from your top order. Not for the free hit deliveries only, but also for the legal ones. 12 overs score. The score is 51 for 2. Left arm spinner into her second over. Floats one. Plays straight to the fielder, who couldn't pouch onto that, so there will be a single. Monisha was unlucky not to get a wicket in her first. Bowled really well today. Slightly on the expensive side, alright. But some bowls has been really unplayable. Again, down the leg side for a wide. Or perhaps there's no signal from the umpire there. So that could be a legal delivery. Tries to work it in the gap. Goes straight back to the fielder. Plays it more like a forehand shot. It's straight to the long on region. Third single of the over. Floats one and plays it really well. That last ball of the 13th. Tries to work it away towards the gap. Can't find any precision there. Poor shot selection from Mintra. That was a no ball from Monisha. That means she has to re-bowl that particular delivery. And completes a quick single there. Has to be careful. These batters can't afford to lose one more wicket in this stage of the game. After over number 13, the Spark Cricket Foundation is 57 for 2. Albertine, who has conceded 8 runs off her first, has been asked to bowl her second over. Works it in the gap for a single. Now they're at least trying to keep the scorecard moving, not playing too many dot balls. Another extra to the tally of extras we have seen today was a disciplined start for the bowling side, but later on they conceded too many extras. Other than that, it has been good bowling.
MIET கல்வி நிறுவனங்கள் திருச்சி தரமான உணவகமும் உடலையும் மனதையும் திடப்படுத்தும் விளையாட்டு பயிற்சிகளும் அனுபவம் வாய்ந்த வல்லுநர்களின் வழிகாட்டலின்படி மாணவர்களின் சிறப்பான எதிர்காலத்திற்கு MIET கல்வி நிறுவனங்கள் திருச்சி.
Another bowling change introduced of break bowler for the first time today. Mindra's innings has been on the slower side, 21 of 45. Ragavi has been playing positive cricket other than just hanging out there. Mindra, on the other hand, has now been forced to hit a couple of boundaries. And that's a wicket, that's a soft dismissal. Another one goes down, this time Mindra, the set batter, is walking back to the dugout. A long innings of 22 comes to an end. And Sandhya picks up a wicket in her first. Fourth wicket goes down. Another set batter is back to the pavilion. Albertine picks up a wicket. This time clean bowled the batter. Anupriya is the new batter who has walked down the centre. And now with two new batters out there in the centre, it's really important that they at least look forward to a positive total of 100, becomes really tricky from now on, but they need to keep an eye on that. Anupriya, being a left-hander, could make a little worry for the bowlers, as sometimes they are not consistent with their line and length. There could be a more probability of them bowling extras. Cuts it late and straightly. Anupriya is off the mark with that single. Another wicket goes down. Second one in this over, and Albertine is now becoming a threat for the opposition. Another set batter departs as Ganishma goes out for an awkward looking shot there.
திருச்சி தரமான உணவகமும் உடலையும் மனதையும் திடப்படுத்தும் விளையாட்டு பயிற்சிகளும் அனுபவம் வாய்ந்த வல்லுநர்களின் வழிகாட்டலின்படி மாணவர்களின் சிறப்பான எதிர்காலத்திற்கு MIET கல்வி நிறுவனங்கள் திருச்சி.
for a single there. That ends over number 16. The score is 71 for 5. The batting team Spark Cricket Foundation should be looking at that three-figure mark 100 at least. Anything less than that, it could be really easy for the opposition. Sandhya comes in for her second over. And the race, he raised the finger, another wicket goes down. Now it has become a worrying scene for the Spark Cricket Foundation as their batters are coming and going. 6 wicket goes down. This was a wicket taking delivery. Let's have a closer look at what has happened there. That could have been a hit wicket or something. Second wicket for Sandhya today. And 6 wicket off the innings. And now with two new batters down in the centre, it has become a chaotic sign for the Spark Cricket Foundation. Gauri S, their bowler, has been introduced as the number 8 batter. Floats one and couldn't get connection there. Good over this by Sandhya, hasn't conceded any runs, has picked up a wicket. Projected score is 87 at the moment, definitely below par. So these two should be trying to play some fancy looking shots and give their chances. They registered a comfortable victory yesterday against Nellai Queens, but today it has been a totally different scenario where the bowlers have dominated and very well used the early morning conditions. Plays it straight back to the bowler for a dot ball. On to the leg side for a single, easy single there. That ends the over number 17. The score is 73 for 6. Has been a long, long over this by Yalini. So far, she has been consistent with this over. She has already given 3 extras. Runs mostly coming in the form of extras. Other than that, we haven't seen any positive application from these batters. Only 15 balls left in this innings. Last over, Swedberg has got a wicket. Swedberg has bowled well with the new ball. Projected score is on the lower half. 88 for 7. That's a worrying scene for the batting side, Spark Cricket Foundation. On the other hand, the opposition would be trying to capitalize on the low total and trying to get there quickly as possible. Last four left. Place it on the up, inside out, in the gap. 2 runs taken there. Three balls left. SP has played well today. 11 of 11 so far. Has been a handy knock from her side. Again uppish, straight to the fielder. And that ball remains as a dot ball. Two balls left. Shweta has produced a gem of a final over. Again driven through the covers, in the gap, and the ball will race away. That's a good looking shot from the batter. SP has given a shimmer of hope. Has been really clinical in moving the scorecard past 90. Good handy innings this from SP. 15 of 13 already. I always get a gut feeling that if she was down there in the center for a little long time, she could have taken them to maybe 100 and more than that. Buys runs in the form of extras only. That's the end of first innings. Or rather, that was signaled as a no ball, so batter gets one more ball in her account. Free hit delivery coming up. It's the last ball of first innings of the game. Swing and a miss. That would be called a wide. So the free hit remains. Again, that's a good delivery to end the over. 97. From where they were, it looks like a decent total on board. Thanks to that innings from SP, who scored 15 of 14. Mintra was really slow, 22 of 47. Ragavi played her part, scored 10 of 14 when it came to the bowlers. Albertine picked up 2 wickets. The score after 20 overs is 97 for 7. So when the opposition come into bat, they require 98 runs from 20 overs at a run rate less than 5. So we are heading for a short break and we'll be back with the run chase. Another wicket goes down. Third one for Anupriya. And she's doing a magic with the ball in her hand now. Has forced the new batter to walk down the center. She has already got a 15 in name. So that's a positive side. But Anupriya is doing all the damage for the opposition. Starting off the over with a wicket has been doing a lot of damage. Sandhya is a new batter. Another good delivery. Batter is frustrated not to take that single. Again, that's a good ball. Good line and length. Excellent line and length. Not giving any easy runs away. Picking up wickets. Anupriya has been bowling such a dream spell now. The left arm spinner into the attack. Picked up 3 wickets. And is causing a major concern for the opposition. None of their batters haven't been able to put pressure on her. Sandhya is off the mark with a single. One of the odd weak deliveries there by Anupriya S. On the other hand, Krishida has been the opening batter and she has been a spectator watching all those 3 wickets going down. It's again a good ball and well played. Solid defense by Krishida, who is yet to make a contribution to the scorecard. But now the ideal thing for her is to bat out this particular over, not try something. Again, that's a good delivery, a solid delivery. Played off the front foot, and that would be the end of over number 4. The score is just 5 runs for the loss of 3.
MIET கல்வி நிறுவனங்கள் திருச்சி தரமான உணவகமும் உடலையும் மனதையும் திடப்படுத்தும் விளையாட்டு பயிற்சிகளும் அனுபவம் வாய்ந்த வல்லுநர்களின் வழிகாட்டலின்படி மாணவர்களின் சிறப்பான எதிர்காலத்திற்கு MIET கல்வி நிறுவனங்கள் திருச்சி. கல்வி நிறுவனங்கள் திருச்சி தரமான
Wide delivery drifting down the leg side by Pujita. Has to be careful there conceding those extras because they don't have the luxury of a big total on board. And after doing a good job with the ball, it's really important they just don't give it away by bowling those extras. It's straight to the fielder. Frustration there for Sandhya, who has been batting on 1 from 6. And the other Krishida is yet to make a contribution in the scorecard. Decent enough comeback from Pujita after bowling that wide delivery and keeps it as a dot ball. That ends the over number 5. Score is 8 for 3. Place it in the gap for a single there. Indra coming to bowl for the first time today. Last over of the power play, Sri Ramakrishna cricketers definitely on the back foot, having lost 3 wickets. Juicy one outside the off stump will be a no ball signalled. Ramakrishna Cricket Trust on the back foot. Mystery bowler Lidisha has been good with the ball yesterday. Has started off well. That's a toss up delivery driven. Couldn't get the connection. Would be signaled as a bye. Tossed up, worked away on the onside. Easy job for the fielder, and single has been completed. And now the required run rate has gone past 6, and it's getting difficult and difficult out there in the center. And immediately, if it goes back 6, I would definitely fancy the bowling team eventually going on and winning the game because of the right start given by Anupriya and all the bowlers. They put tremendous pressure on the opposition. Sri Ramakrishna cricket rest on the back foot. 8 over score. The score is 17 for 3.
MIET கல்வி நிறுவனங்கள் திருச்சி தரமான உணவகமும் உடலையும் மனதையும் திடப்படுத்தும் விளையாட்டு பயிற்சிகளும் அனுபவம் வாய்ந்த வல்லுநர்களின் வழிகாட்டலின்படி மாணவர்களின் சிறப்பான எதிர்காலத்திற்கு MIET கல்வி நிறுவனங்கள் திருச்சி.
Hasn't come in the likeliest of fashion there. Yeah, just like that. Playing with the soft hand, playing for a dot ball is never going to hurt the scorecard. Tries to cut it away. Couldn't get the best connection, but takes a single in the air. That's a good looking shot from the bat of Krishna. She would not get a run for that. Pradanya also making it really tight. 80 runs required from 68 deliveries. Getting difficult out there. Who would have thought? Chasing 98, they lose 3 wickets. three wickets off their top batters, and now they're looking extremely uncomfortable out there. Just like that, we need shots if we want to see the batting team putting up a fight back. After over number 9, the score is 19 for 3. Litisha, the second over started off with two dot balls, would make it three. Bowlers have done a very good job today. From both the sides, they have been really economical, bowled in the tight areas, hasn't given away any easy runs to the opposition. Tossed up, driven straight down the ground. Could have been another wicket there if it was a direct hit. First run off the over. Reaching the half stage of the innings, we haven't seen any batter going and playing themselves. Haven't seen any positive intent. Just trying to rotate the strike, that's it. Sandhya has to realize her talent and live up to that. Post up, place it straight to the fielder. Get no more runs. Pradanya bowling a decent over here, not conceding too many runs, bowling in tight areas. And now it has become a worrying sign for Krishna, who has scored 13 of 41. Gets another toast up delivery, worked on the onside in the gap. And that would be a boundary. No, it won't be. Ball stops eventually in the air. Required run rate has climbed over 8. After 13, the score is 42 for 3. Krishna batting on 15 from 42 on strike. Last 7 overs of the innings. Worked away. Thickish outside edge. Sandhya doesn't look happy with the effort of Krishna there. It's taken a lot of time. Cut away. Cut away in good fashion for a single. Another single being taken. Sandhya has played well for 18. On the other hand, has been a worrying one for Krishna. 16 of 44. A bit identical with one of their batters of the Spark Cricket Foundation who started off really late. Another tight over. Just 4 runs coming off it. With that, the over comes to an end, and after 14, the score is 46 for 3. After scoring a low total, the bowlers have done a massive job in restricting the flow of runs, picking up wickets in the right gap. It has been only 3 wickets, but all those 3 wickets has been taken by their left arm spinner Anupriya. We must give credit to her. Again, a good work in the field by Anupriya. 50 up. Pradanya has bowled well. She will be finishing off her quarter of 4 overs. The required run rate is over 8. Plays it straight down the ground, looking for 2, but won't get there. Would be only 1 run. Doesn't seem happening for Ramakrishna Cricket Trust because they've played a lot of dot balls, especially Krishna, who started off the innings 46 balls 21. Is a concerning sight for Ramakrishna Cricket Trust. Pradanya bowling another tight over. She might not have picked up a wicket, but she has definitely restricted the flow of runs and bowled in tight areas. Just like that, will only be a single. They won't mind the singles coming at the moment since the required run rate is more than 6, perhaps touching 8, 8.5. They would require something extraordinary from these two, especially if one of the batter takes the charge. Then we can see a positive impact in the run chase. It's a dangerous looking shot, but will fall in no woman's land. These two batters should have been doing what they're doing right now a few overs back, because now they put themselves under a lot of pressure where they've got only few runs on the board. Partnership has crossed 50-run mark, but that's not the thing here. Driven through the covers for a single. With that, over number 15 has come to an end. Score is 5-5 for 3. The wicket taking bowler, the left arm spinner, has been brought back for her third over. 43 runs are required for the last five. It is definitely a tough task for the batting side. They've retired out the batter who has taken a lot of deliveries in the center. She never looked comfortable, and immediately as the new batter Shweta has been off the mark with the single. Again, a good delivery, driven through the covers for a single. Somewhere they must be eyeing at a 13 or 14 run over if they fancy themselves. It is definitely not going to be Anupriya since she is a seasoned campaigner. Tried to work it off the offside. Another single being taken. Singles won't be an issue. Bowling team won't mind that at the moment. But they would be hoping to restrict the flow of runs to just singles and twos, if not boundaries. Flatter Puka outside the off stump, missed on the line there, but the batter never missed to capitalize on that. We haven't seen boundaries happening. It's just those singles and twos, and other than that, we haven't seen that boundary ball. That's a good delivery one more time. Hit straight back to the bowler who had to work to get there. Somehow they managed to steal their single away from the fielding side there. Shweta playing positive cricket, 3 of 3. Sandhya also making her contribution. Slightly on the lower side when it comes to strike rate, Sandhya. But that's understandable because of the condition or the situation they were put into. They lost 3 wickets quite early. But Krisheda's innings, we will never know how the batting side is going to make up for that. 47 balls, 20 odd runs. That's not at all acceptable in a T20 game. With that, over number 16 comes to an end. The score for Ramakrishna Cricket Trust is 63 for 3. Mridula Sriram has been given the responsibility of bowling 17th over. Now, this could be the over where, in fact, Sri Ramakrishna Cricket Trust can be trying to up the scorecard because a new bowler and shouldn't be allowed to settle down. Bowls with a good ball, that's not a ball to put away. That's bowled in the right area. A victory for Ramakrishna Cricket Trust seems unlikely to happen, but they are definitely looking for it. Sandhya would be their hope. We would be expecting something extraordinary from Sandhya if they need to go on and clinch the game. Definitely not easy, but not impossible. Cut away, but there is protection, so it will only be a single there. Running short of resources, the batting side. Krishna would be really disappointed the way she played today. When you play 47 deliveries, you should at least ensure you get something around 40, at least 35, if not nothing less than that. But that innings of scoring somewhere around 20-25 of 47 deliveries has definitely put a lot of pressure on the other batters as well. And now they are desperately looking for a boundary option, just trying to put that powerful shot in the gap, which hasn't been the story today. They should have done this a few overs earlier. Now it has become really difficult. The required run rate almost touching 9 runs per over. They could only fancy their chances only if they could get an expensive over here or there. Huge cheers for Sandhya from the dugout. A lot of hope, a shimmer of hope relies on this player. She must produce. Comes down the track, plays it along the carpet for a single. 7 runs, rather 6 runs so far of this particular over with 1 ball left. We have the game on if Sandhya finds a boundary or at least 2 runs off this ball. Anything less than that, the bowling team won't mind that. 5 balls, 6 runs. Mrutula, last ball of the 17th. Plays it straight down the ground. Work for the fielder there. Would that be a boundary? Yes, it is a boundary in the end. A much needed one. This time coming from the bat of Sandhya, who has been there for a while, has produced a boundary. The scorecard moves on to 73 for 3 after 17 overs. A welcome boundary from Sandhya as the scorecard moves on to 35. That's what exactly I was talking about. A 10 run over they got. And now with only 3 overs left, required run rate is definitely on the higher side. But we have seen signs of aggression from these two batters, especially Sandhya, who is desperately looking for a victory here. I tell you, won't be easy because this over becomes really crucial in the context of the game since it's going to be bowled by Anupriya, the veteran left arm spinner who has done a magnificent job with the ball in her hand. Picked up 3 wickets initially and has been really economical today. Tries to work it off the offside. Anupriya coming with an economy of 3.16. That tells a story how good she has been today. Not only with respect to the economy, but she has also picked up 3 wickets. All 3 wickets has been taken by her. Tried to play it on the offside but couldn't get the connection. Outside edge would allow 1 run to be completed. Sandhya will be looking for a boundary option. They can't be batting away the overs. That's played well in the gap. Beats the fielder who cuts it off eventually in the end, but 2 runs has taken quite comfortably. And now we are seeing some signs of aggression, some positive impact by these two players, especially Sandhya, who's been in the center for a while, is now trying to take the game away from the opposition. 37 of 42 has been a handy knock from her. Running out of support, Krishna was really slow at one end. Cut away into the gap for a single. Another good over this Anupriya not conceding a boundary. Shweta has the license to go big. Should be looking for that boundary option. Required run rate has touched 9 runs. And that's a wicket. Fourth one for the day. Anupriya is a woman on a mission today. She has looked absolutely magnificent with the ball in her hand. Has produced another gem of a delivery and picks up her 4th wicket. Look at that replay. Was a tossed up delivery, was beaten for the spin there. Wrong shot selection. And keeper did the rest of the job. 4th wicket goes down. Sandhya, or rather, difference between those two sides has been this bowler Hanupriya. Credit has to be given for Sri Ramakrishna Cricket Trust for restricting the Spark Foundation under low total. But once they came into bat, we haven't seen a positive impact, a positive intent from their top order batters. They played some loose shot to get themselves out. At one end, Krishna got a start but was never never looked confident getting away with a decent total. Was really slow, and that has resulted in putting some extra pressure on the new batters. Sandhya is fighting there at one end. At the other end, Anupriya would be trying to finish her spell with a 5 wicket haul. Already got 4 wicket in her account. A gem of a spell here. Absolutely amazing from Anupriya S. Would be trying to finish off with a wicket. Would expect her to bowl on the stems a quicker delivery. Yalini is someone who can bat for sure. Tossed up, couldn't get connection. Would remain as a dot ball. A wonderful, wonderful spell from Anupriya comes to an end. She bowls for overs 14 for 4. Has been definitely the pick of the bowlers, no doubt about that.
ஈடி கல்வி நிறுவனங்கள் திருச்சி தரமான உணவகமும் உடலையும் மனதையும் திடப்படுத்தும் விளையாட்டு பயிற்சிகளும் அனுபவம் வாய்ந்த வல்லுநர்களின் வழிகாட்டலின்படி மாணவர்களின் சிறப்பான எதிர்காலத்திற்கு MIET கல்வி நிறுவனங்கள் திருச்சி.
Anupriya has finished her quota of 4 overs, bowling magnificently. And now we are towards the penultimate over of the match where Yalini will be on strike, or perhaps Sandhya would be on strike. Pujita has bowled well, 3 overs, no wicket for just 7 runs. A do or die situation for Sandhya. She can just try to hit or get out. Nothing more, nothing less. First ball would be a wide, or perhaps that was a legal delivery. Starts with the dot ball. Pujita bowls it way outside the off stump, way outside the hitting arc of the batter. That's good execution, brilliant execution, I would say, from the bowler. Smart, smart cricket. Not giving the width, not giving the room, bowling it tight outside the off stump. Knows that she could only go for a single there, not more than that. And with the new batter on strike, she could be trying to play it, but couldn't get a good connection there. Another dot ball. Game slipping away from Ramakrishna cricketers. They never look like this game. At any point, they haven't given that kind of an impression. We have seen signs of aggression from Sandhya, but that too coming towards the later half of the innings when the game is already close to a victory for their opposition. Casual fielding effort there that would allow Yalini to get off the mark. She has quite comfortably taken 2 runs. 19th over undergoing. Plays it straight. Couldn't get the connection. Will be another dot ball. Never easy for a new batter. Not blaming anything on Yalini. She's trying to hit those balls but not getting the connection. But the batter to be blamed here is Krishna. She's the one who faced 47 deliveries, hasn't got enough runs on the board, has put her team under immense pressure. 18 runs required from last 7 balls. Plays it late straight to the fielder, who cuts it for a single. And Priya, they are always in the act. And that's the end of over number 19. The score is 81 for 4. That's how the equation stands. 17 middle of the last over. It seems really unlikely to happen. A lot of discussion going on in the center. Captain having a word with the bowler, deciding whom to bowl in the final over. Definitely not a difficult task for the bowler, but from the batting perspective, she should be looking for a boundary option somewhere. Boundary or six. Letitia, the mystery spinner, has scored ball in her hand. 3 overs, 10 for none. Post up delivery. Couldn't get the best of connections there. Single is taken. All eyes on Sadhya. She will be on strike. 39 of 45. Has played a crucial part. If the Ramakrishna Cricket Trust see any chance, it all relies upon this particular batter. Sandhya has taken 45 deliveries to get on to 39. Plays it straight down the ground, straight to the bowler. Another dot ball. Match almost done and dusted. Spark Cricket Foundation would eventually go on and clinch this game. Their bowling effort has been magnificent today. Tries to play it as late as possible, but these kind of shots are definitely not going to help them winning. Or perhaps they might have got to that victory margin if Crusader played a much more responsible innings. India plays it straight across. Single has been taken. His scorecard moves on to 40, but the match is almost wasted from the Ramakrishna cricket rest. Krishna would not be a happy woman going into bed tonight. She would be having horrendous dreams of not putting enough runs on the board, of not creating a pressure against the bowlers. Bowls one really slower through the air, where the batter completes a single quite easily. So that would be the last ball of the day. Would be a victory in a comfortable margin for the Spark Cricket Foundation. Sandhya has played her part. She has been monumental in the run chase, but none of the other batters have applied themselves. Place it towards covers for a single, and that would be it. That's the end of game number one today. After putting up a total of 97 on the board, the Spark Cricket Foundation have successfully defended their low total. Never expected them to defend such a low total on a wicket like this. And with that, the match comes to an end. Anupriya would be adjourned the player of the match of the Spark Cricket Foundation. 4 overs, 4 wickets for just 14 runs has been the game changer today. He is a player who created the impact And with that, match number one of today's has come to an end. And we would be back in the second match as we're going for a short break in the commentary box.